YouTube? I am Nintendo Man 64, bringing you another episode of Pokemon Leaf Green. In the last episode, we took down Baggage in another match and completed Nugget Bridge, with which we acquired a nugget. Now, off screen, I sold that nugget and bought us a ton of supplies that we really needed, such as potions and Pokeballs, along with some repels that'll be useful for when we're going in dungeons. But first, I have to go over two things when it comes to the team. First, an immediate thing. I have leveled everyone up to either level 17 or level 18. If they're not up to level 18 yet, like Bulbabutt, actually for the most part I think they're all just level 17. I avoided leveling Pidgey up because Pidgey would hit its next evolutionary stage once it hits level 18, as I said last episode. Everyone else, I just really didn't feel like leveling them up to 18. I thought it would be a little too overkill. Anyway, there is one last thing I have to talk about. The original team that I had assembled for this game is now officially vastly different. The original team I had assembled consisted of, as of right now, the two members we have on our team right now, as I said, Bulbabutt and Big Mama, and then 4 other members. Since then, I have changed a third of the team. I had changed one member of our... Actually, I've changed half the team. Only one member of the team of my original Leaf Green team has remained. I have added a third member. I have made sure that Luna is going to be the third member of our permanent team added. Not only because of how long it took to get Clefairy, but not only that, but its cute charm is extremely useful to us, along with it being a female, which is even better because there are a lot more male Pokemon in this game than there are female. And, last but most certainly not least, it is going to be a hell of a lot easier to fully level up when compared to the Pokemon I was going to use in its place. I'll talk about that Pokemon when we get to that Pokemon. But, Luna, Big Mama, and Bulbabutt are the only 3 mainstays that are definitely going to be with our team for the long haul. So yeah, with that in mind, we will go now and pursue our path down Route 25 to just meet who this Bill guy is that everyone's talking about. Okay, we're gonna go up against this hiker first. You'll want a Pidgey out instead of like Bulbasaur because of one specific thing. A new Pokemon that we have not encountered yet. And that Pokemon is... Wait for it... Machop! Machop is a pure fighting type, the second we've encountered. And, unlike Mankey, however, Machop is more of a bulky fighting type. Rather than being fast and being able to sweep, Machop will be able to take damage and give out damage almost at the same rate. The difference between Machop and Mankey don't just differ there. Machop, to reach its final stage of evolution, you need to trade. So if you were hell-bent on having a fully leveled Machop and its final evolution, this is not going to be the game for you. I mean, I'm serious. I'm not trying to make it like a joke or anything, but that's unfortunately true. If you really wanted one, that's what it's going to be. And you're not going to have much of a choice in the matter. I mean, I like Machop. I used it in my Pokemon Platinum LP until I got a better fighting type. But for me right now, my team really does not need a Machop. I do have another Pokemon in mind that'll be a lot more useful. Plus, if I did use a Machop, that would mean, as you can see from my team right now, Big Mama, Bulbabutt, and that Machop, if whatever I chose to name it, that would be 3 of the 6 Pokemon I have weaknesses to Psychic types. And I am not going to be dealing with that right now. No way in the USA. Alright, our next fight is against this youngster here. No reason to level up Pidgey right now, because Pidgey is not going to be a mainstay on our team, as I've said on many occasions so far. It's pretty much just going to be here to be like a hit absorber, and specifically just to deal with the grass types and bug types and flying types until I get a Pokemon that can Hiccup, sorry, properly dispose of them. But until then, I think Luna will be able to handle most of the heavy lifting here. She is incredibly powerful. Well, not incredibly physically powerful, but one of the things I am going to confirm about Luna that will be changing is her moveset, obviously, with all Pokemon. But as you can see, the moveset right now, she has no moves, ultimately, that I'm thinking about keeping. I'm thinking about exchanging moves such as... for more special attack-oriented moves. Because, as you've seen with her stats, Luna is more of a special attacking Pokemon. The main issue with her is the fact that normal type is a physical attacking type in this generation. As I've said before, the physical special split has not yet occurred, so we're going to be stuck with whatever is presentable to us right now. And Clefairy is probably going to have to learn a lot of normal type moves. Like as of those moves right now, I think the one that's most likely to stick around is Mega Punch. And even that may get offset by, like, another move that Clefairy is very good to knowing. And there's another particularly good reason why I kept Clefairy over, say, the Pokemon I was going to use. And that's because I've had a very good relationship with Clefairy. Not this particular Clefairy, because it's not been around long enough. I'm talking about the fact that I've had a good relationship with Clefairies in general. When Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green first came out, I got Leaf Green. And I needed a Pokemon to beat the Elite Four, because as you guys remember, well, you may remember at this point, I don't know how deep into the series we will be, but as I say in Kingdom Hearts, I did not like grinding as a little kid. It was not the funnest thing to do. Instead, I used to just catch the legendary Pokemon and either use them on my team or trade them for another more powerful Pokemon. In this case, I traded a Zapdos I had caught to a friend and got a Clefable because I needed a high-leveled Pokemon to go alongside my Blastoise to be powerful. And my Pokemon team was really good, but then in the final battle, it came down to the champion's most powerful Pokemon against my Clefable. My Clefable had only Metronome to use because I did not have any Ethers. I had used them all in previous battles. And it had Metronome, and it was going to get taken out on the next turn. I knew it, so I used Metronome, and the result was Hyper Beam. The most powerful move Luna could have possibly used, she used. It was the greatest thing in the world. So I've always had a special place in my heart for Clefairy. Always. Okay, we have a new Pokemon here to talk about, and that is Slowpoke. Slowpoke is one of the first few water types we are encountering. Slowpoke is a water psychic type, to be precise, as its name would derive. It's very slow, very bulky, and very defensive. However, it can do both psychic attacks and water attacks very well. It's a very effective Pokemon that's not really used often because there are other Pokemon that can do similar things to Slowpoke, and the slowness sort of outweighs its real usefulness. Plus, you really can't acquire one until much later on in the game. So, it really comes down to whether or not you think it's useful to have one. And personally, I don't, but if you want to use one, I see no reason why you can't. Alright, as we move on here, we're getting close to Bill, because we want to get close to Bill. That's important. While we wait and try to see how well we can level up our team, I think we should keep giving the big three the reps, unless of course we run into Pokemon that they can't take out. Like, I know one of the trainers up ahead has a few grass types, so I don't want to have to lose one of my Pokemon in those battles. Oh boy, Nidoran male, Joy Bunnies. Okay. Mega Punch. Since you have no special attacks at the moment, Luna, I don't have a choice in the matter. Let's see. Oh, wow, it didn't get poisoned. I am quite pleased. I am quite pleased indeed. Oh, we got Nidoran to fall in love with us. I hope that happens more often. And if that's foreshadowing, I'd friggin' love that. Immobilized by love? Nope. Sorry, Luna. It didn't work out this time. It's okay, Luna. You did your best. And I'll go heal you off screen in a minute. But in order to take out this Nidoran, I'm going to have to deal with something equally as dangerous, and that's Big Mama. Let's do Scratch, because Big Mama can't get poisoned. She's awesome like that. There we go. And a Nidoran female. Until I get the means to destroy poison types, which won't come till, I think, a bit after we've beaten the gym here in Cerulean. For the most part, actually, I think Big Mama's going to be our main weapon against poison types until we get later on in the game when you can acquire better options. I'm not a particularly huge fan of Abra, the psychic type you can acquire. I mean, I've used it before, and I said it's a very good Pokemon, but it's very difficult to raise, like insanely difficult to raise. So I wouldn't really get my hopes up too high that I can do much with that Pokemon. I will be right back. I'm going to go heal up Luna, because I want to make sure everyone can get experience on this route, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, we are back here on the route, with Clefairy having fully healed, and she is ready to go. Unfortunately, she's probably not going to see much against this hiker, because I believe this hiker has Geodudes up the yin-yang, so she will not get much experience unless I decide to teach her a few unique moves. Because from what I've looked on from the TM list that she can learn a lot of very interesting moves. Almost every single special attack you can think of, which is very interesting to me if you ask me. That means I have pretty much a free reign to do whatever I want with this Pokemon. Unlike the other Pokemon I was gonna use, which was a little bit more restrictive. But hey, it's not bad. I mean, Bulbabutt is going to be able to do a lot of the stuff. Actually, Bulbabutt and excuse me, another Pokemon that I was thinking about using can do the same job. So, wondered why don't I use Clefairy for the rest of the game? So I'm gonna. And wow, can you have like some like I'm trying to get the right word. Variety, there you go. Could you have some variety on your team? Like, seriously? Oh, thank you. Yeah, at least you have the common courtesy to have him a chop. Now, Bulbabutt is getting a little too over-leveled, which may start to worry some. That's not really worrying me, but I just like to avoid having a super-powered, I just love to avoid having a super-powered, type Pokemon in this game this early. Especially because I'd like the game to be a challenge. I don't want to have an overpowered, Pokemon team. I'd love the game to be a nice, unique blend of challenge and eagerness. I mean, challenge and easy. Just like a nice, decent little balance. Okay, now this guy over up here is blocking a very interesting item. So if you want to acquire that item, I suggest you don't go up too close to him so you can get through there, because you can see there's a shrub there that you need to cut down. Unfortunately, we do not have the means to do that at the moment. And I don't care if this guy thinks he has a girlfriend, because he's not cool. 10-year-olds don't know what to do with girlfriends and boyfriends at that point. At least they shouldn't. Keyword, should not. But yeah, I'm thinking of all the varieties of things I can do with Clefairy, and it's really making me quite intrigued over what I could possibly do. And if I can do something fantastic, it would be like sensational. All right, we got Ekans here. That's perfect. All we really have to do is just Mega Punch the crap out of this thing. Of course it used Wrap, which is annoying. Oh, at least we got it to fall in love. That snake wants to bang Luna, but Luna won't let him. Because Luna is the shapoopy. The girl who's hard to get. Come on, how about Immobilized by Love? We haven't seen that yet. At least I don't think we've seen it yet. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Alright, Luna, that's level 18, not bad. I think that's right. I think that's just about where you should be at the moment. And let's go get that extra item. Which is another TM. TM43, which is Secret Power, a normal type attack that in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald can access secret bases. In this game, it's pretty much just a powerful normal type attack. In fact, an attack that may have an additional effect that varies with the terrain. It's useful, but personally, I don't think I could use it on Luna or any of my other Pokemon as effectively as I should be able to use it, so I'm not going to be worrying about that. Luna's at level 18. I think that's good enough for her, and we'll jump up to Big Mama now, because Big Mama's the one that needs the levels next. Big Mama's going to be vital to taking out an upcoming gym. Like, insanely vital. Let's see. Alright, we got an Ekans, not bad. Unfortunately, Big Mama does not have the means to take out poison types, so it's gonna be a slow day at the office for Big Mama. And, plus, since Ekans is poison point doesn't really matter to us at the moment. Unless we can find a way to poison a poison type, which wouldn't make sense. Sort of like trying to drown a fish. Can you really do it? I mean, I'm sure it's probably possible, but that's like probably like a minute, like a 0.091% chance of it happening. All right, Sandshrew. If only I had a water type right at the moment. Yeah, like that Magikarp. That definitely would that Magikarp would not have helped us at all. That Magikarp would still be a Magikarp at this point, unless I over-leveled it just to get it up to its next form. Alright, Bulbabutt, level 20. Wow. OP to the max Bulbabutt. Okie dokie. This is the girl I was thinking about. The girl with the grass type, so... Alright, Big Mama, you did your part fairly well, so let Pidgey do his part. Pidgey needs to earn his stripes anyway. Even though he's not going to be on the team for long, he needs to earn his stripes. Okay, let's see. She starts out with an Oddish. I've already gone over Oddish, so luckily I don't have to say anything. I really wish I could use Oddish again. That was a fun Pokemon. Unfortunately, with the only Pokemon game where I could use it upcoming is Pokemon as if I do another Hoenn run through immediately. Yeah, that's pretty much the only way I would be able to use it, because I know you can acquire it in the Johto region, but I have another grass type in mind that I want to use for that game. One that I'm surprised so few people have actually used. Or at least I've just always been intrigued by that Pokemon. Alright, Pidgey's about to evolve, which is interesting. Did not expect to have a Pidgeotto through this Let's Play. But Pidgeotto will be useful as a placeholder. But what that also means is that Rattata could be expendable, because I gotta be honest with you guys, one of the Pokemon I'm hoping to add to my team as a placeholder, I would like it to be fairly strong, because it's a normal type. It's a pure normal type. We'll be figuring out what it is in an episode or two. I'm not sure even if we're going to be able to tackle the gym in this episode, because there may be some things I may want to do on the side. Anyway, I'm just going to see how good Pidgeotto is once Pidgey evolves. In like 10 seconds, hopefully. Unless they changed it. It's like, oh, just for you, Pidgey will evolve at level 25. Nope, it's evolving. And let's see what it's going to become. Oh, we all know what it's going to become. I've spoiled it. And we saw it in the fight with Baggage last episode. Pidgey evolved into Pidgeotto. See them stats. Obviously still not going to use it, but it's going to be useful for the time being. Let's see. Not bad, fairly well-rounded, as I've said, but you can do better with your flying types, and I know I have a flying type in mind that's definitely better. But we don't want to over-level Pidgeotto, because then it would make me wonder if I really should use it. I definitely don't want to use a Pidgeotto for the long haul. So, with that out of the way, Larxene. Yeah, let's go with Larxene. There is no more battles in this episode. All we have to do is just set up the rest of the story. Because if you go into this house, which does belong to Bill, you see Bill is nowhere to be found. All there is this weird-looking machine, a computer, and this Clefairy. What's up, Clefairy? Hiya! I am a Pokemon! No, I'm not. Call me Bill. I'm a true blue Pokemaniac. Hey, what's with that skeptical look? I'm not joshing you, pal. Oh. Bill, you don't know how much I hate the name Josh. I'm sorry, dude. If I were in real life, I would put you in a blender and, like, continue to spit it until you're no more. I screwed up an experiment and got combined with a Pokemon. So how about it? Help me out here. Oh, why not? Wait till I get inside the teleporter. When I do, go to my PC and run the cell separation system. Yeah, you're gonna trust the survival of yourself to a 10-year-old. Somehow, the Pokemon world has a lot more faith in children than the real world. And yeah, I love how we know how to do this, exactly how to operate a teleporter separation system. It's quite interesting. My question is, why would he want to switch with a Pokemon in the first place? Why not switch places with, like, nothing? Because that's what you're going to be trying to teleport, right? You want to travel from nothing to somewhere to somewhere, right? Right? No? Okay. Yeehaw! Thanks, bud. I owe you one. So did you come to see my Pokemon collection? You bet your ass we did. You didn't? Hey, I know, I said I did. That's a bummer. I've got to thank you. Oh, here, maybe this will do. No, I did say oh. Why, AI? Why do you want me to do it the hard way? Oh, fine. Mikey received an SS ticket from Bill. Yay. That cruise ship, SS Ann, is in Vermilion City. I hear there are lots of trainers on board, too. They invited me to their party, but I can't stand fancy dudes. Why don't you go instead of me? Go on and have a good time. Ugh. Ugh. So that's just gross. Okay, we've done pretty much everything we can up here. We can... Actually, no, wait, we have not. There's one last thing I forgot to do. After you leave Bill's house, Bill will actually let you look at a few of his Pokemon. Pokemon that I really, really love. Well, really love, really love, really love, and despise, but... Oh, and the despise has a note attached to it. So anyway, this is Bill's favorite Pokemon list. These are 4 very interesting Pokemon. Let us start with that top one, Eevee. Eevee is, without a doubt, one of the greatest Pokemon in the history of the game. I bet you guys thinking, oh, well, why am I saying it's so great? It's probably just mediocre. I mean, look at those stats. I mean, it's just the normal type too, right? Like, how good can it be? How about, as of Gen 6, Eevee can evolve into 9 different... Wait, no, Eevee can evolve into 8 different Pokemon. Sorry, I miscounted the last one. Sorry, my apologies. Eevee can evolve into 8 different Pokemon as of Gen 6, 7 as of Gen 4, or Gen 5, and then as of Gen 3, it can evolve into 5 types. In this game, however, you are only able to access 3 of them. Nevertheless, Eevee is a remarkable Pokemon that I've always wished Eevee would be able to learn to be able to be like a starter Pokemon for all time. Like, if you could have a Pokemon game where you would start with an Eevee, like a basic Pokemon game where you would start with an Eevee, that would be the best thing in the world. I mean, I know Eevee's the starting Pokemon of Pokemon XD, but I really wish it was the starter. I'm sorry. I've gushed about this thing a lot more than I really should have. Okay. Now that I've tackled one of the Pokemon I really like, let's tackle a Pokemon I'm not particularly fond of. Flareon! Flareon is the Fire-type evolution of Eevee. Until you hit Gen 4, it's really not that useful. Flareon's best stat is physical attack, and since the physical special split has not yet occurred, the fire-type attacks are still special in this generation, all of them. And that means Flareon will not be able to take advantage of its stats. The only really good ability it can learn is... the only real good attack that it can learn to supplement its great attack, physical attack power is Double Edge. And even then you have to wait till much later on in the game to teach your Pokemon that. So relying too heavily on that is bad. But once you hit Gen 4, Flareon becomes a lot more usable. Trust me, it really does. But yeah, I've said my piece about Flareon. It's not that good. It could be better. Anyway, Jolteon! Jolteon is the electric type of Eevee's evolutions. Once Eevee evolves, it will become that type for good. And unlike other Pokemon that evolve through evolutionary stones, I will go more in depth on evolutionary stones in another episode, Jolteon can actually learn attacks as it evolves. You don't have to just be able to teach it electric type TMs and stuff. Jolteon is extremely fast and hits hard with special attacks. In Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, it is the best Pokemon to evolve your Eevee into, without a doubt. This Pokemon is fantastic. Unfortunately for me, I really don't have room for one on my team because I have a lot of other Pokemon. If I had started with a different Pokemon, Jolteon would be a lot more useful. But seeing as how I did not, I unfortunately cannot use Jolteon to the ability that people intend for me to. Last up is Vaporeon. I used Vaporeon in my Pokemon Platinum playthrough, and it definitely served its part. Vaporeon's best stat is its HP. It's really good. And not just really good, fantastically good Pokemon. It's pure water type, but it can learn ice type attacks. Its ability to use Surf is great. It's got great moves. I think this is one of the best Eevee-lutions in the game. It's not as useful in Pokemon XD, but we're not playing XD right now. But anyway, Vaporeon, fantastic Pokemon. If you are going to raise an Eevee, I highly recommend it. Flareon, raise with caution. Jolteon, go right ahead and use it. The other two Pokemon you can raise it into, I don't believe we encounter in the main story, but if I do happen to come across one, or if I don't happen to come across one, and we're talking about breeding, like I said we would later, I'll talk about it then. As you can see here, we have opened the path to get out of the city and go talk to that rocket guy. But we're not going to do that right now because we have to take on the gym, and we're going to do that next episode. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm NintendoMan64. Join me next time where we go into the Cerulean Gym, earn our second badge, take out that rocket grunt, and move our way down to Vermilion City. Until next time, sayonara.